Good morning, students, and a very warm welcome to all of you in this e-learning program that is organized by Shri Gyanmanj Vidyapit. Welcome to Science by Harsha ma'am. Friends, in our today's session, we are going to discuss about one process. But before we discuss about that process, one of our practical sessions process, before we discuss about it, let us have a basic understanding regarding it. We are knowing that there are three states of matter. Up till class 7, you have studied. That is, there are three states of matter. Which are states of matter now? These are three basic states of matter: solid, liquid, the gaseous. You have already studied about all the properties of any of the solids, liquid or gaseous substance. The basic properties of a solid is it is rigid, intermolecular force is maximum, intermolecular distance is moderate. This might be a new term for you, intermolecular force. Intermolecular force means force between two molecules. MF, intermolecular force. IMD, intermolecular distance. Here, instead of moderate, you can say it's minimum, almost zero. Okay, coming to liquid. If we talk little bit more about solid, it has fixed shape and fixed volume. Okay, its volume or its shape is totally fixed. It cannot change. Coming to liquid, it takes shape of container and has fixed volume. The volume will not change, but yes, the shape will be changed. If you are taking 100 ml of water in a bottle, then as the shape of the bottle, it will be arranged. But if you are taking the same water in the glass, it will change into the shape of a glass. Yes, that is, the liquid has fixed volume, but it occupies the shape of the container. Next, important point, intermolecular force and intermolecular distance. In liquids, it is moderate. Okay, it is moderate. Coming to the gaseous state. It has no fixed shape nor volume. Intermolecular force and intermolecular distance. It is totally opposite over here. Intermolecular force will be minimum, while distance will be maximum. In Class 9. There are two more states of matter, which is plasma and Bose-Einstein condensate. Okay? In our today's session, we are going to see one of the interconversion of these states of matter. First, note down these basic things about the matter, then we will move further. I hope you have noted. Do not forget, this is your practical session. At the end of this session, you will practically observe all the interconversion. Now, interconversion is possible in all the three states of matter. That is, solid can get converted into liquid, liquid can get converted into gas, gas can get converted into solid, solid can get converted into gas, gas can get converted into liquid, liquid can get converted into solid. Solid when gets converted into liquid, it's called as melting. Liquid when it gets converted into solid, it's called fusion. Liquid gets converted into gas, it's called evaporation or vaporization. Gas gets converted into liquid, it's called gas when it gets converted into liquid, it's called as condensation. Solid gets converted into gas and gas gets converted into solid. Both is called as sublimation. Okay? This is also termed as solidification. solid gets converted into liquid. Liquid gets converted into gas. And yes, interconversion between these three states of matter is possible. Okay? So, solid, whenever any solid substance, it is getting converted into liquid. The process is called as melting. Reverse. Liquid gets converted into solid. It is called as solidification. Liquid gets converted into gas, vaporization. Gas gets converted into liquid, condensation. Solid gets converted into gas, sublimation. Gas gets converted into solid. Again, it is called as sublimation. Note down this diagram quickly. I hope you have noted this. Now, let's move further. Very first conversion, solid to liquid. For that, you need to take an ice cube and keep it at room temperature for 1 minute. You can keep it for about 5 minutes. Okay? I'm waiting for you. If at all you are having ice cube, ask your mother to give it one. Then next, liquid gets converted into gas. Example, water. If you are heating it, within 1 minute you will see the difference. This is what you can observe. If you will put the ice cube at room temperature for about 5 minutes, small one, you will see it is getting converted into liquid. This is melting. Liquid can get converted into gas. How? Take the water, put it on the gas, and for just 1 minute observe it. You will see that liquid is getting converted into gas. Further, the sublimation, the most important part, the today's topic. What is sublimation? It is the process in which solid substance gets converted into gaseous state, or the gaseous substance gets converted into solid state. Take one incense stick, okay, ignite it. What will you see? You will see solid gets transformed into gas. Okay, so this is what you can observe. The direct conversion of solid into gaseous state, it is called as sublimation. Okay. This is the conversion. Note down this part of sublimation. Then we will have a look at today's experiment. I hope you have noted down this sublimation process. Now let's move further on today's experiment. Aim is today to understand sublimation process. The materials needed will be a bunsen, a tripod stand, naphthalene flakes, conical flask, a funnel, and some amount of cotton. Procedure. How we will be doing this experiment? For that, we need to add the tripod stand and the Bunsen burner. And ignite it. Take some naphthalene flakes in a conical flask. Put an inverted funnel over it. And cover the funnel with cotton. Heat it, ignite the burner and heat the flask. That is containing naphthalene. Okay? First, note down this quickly. I hope you have noted this. Now, let's have a look at the practicals of this.
Good morning and a very warm welcome to all of you in this e-learning program that is organized by Shri Gyananji Vidyapit. In our today's session, we are going to see about one of the process that you are already doing at home. Okay, but before we see on to that process, let me give you some basic knowledge about what we are going to do. You already know, since your lower standards you are studying, that there are three states of matter, which is solid, liquid and gas. Coming to the conversion of it. Yes, it is possible to convert one state of matter into another state. That is, solid can get converted to liquid, liquid can get converted to gas, solid can get converted to gas. All these things are possible. These things are also possible in the laboratory, even at home. If you want to convert any solid substance to liquid, just take a piece of ice from your refrigerator and put it. After some time, you will see that whole of the ice cube got melted. That is, solid got converted to liquid. Then next, liquid to gas. For that, you need to take little amount of water and just put it on the gas. Okay, the gas stove at your home. What will you see? You will see that from that liquid, it is getting converted into gaseous state as and how it is heated. Next, solid to gas. Yes, you are seeing this conversion at your home. How? Take an incense stick and a matchbox. Just burn it and you will see solid getting converted into gaseous substance without getting converted into liquid. We are going to see practically one more substance by which a solid substance will get converted into gaseous substance. Please do not try any of these things at your home. In our today's session, we are going to see how the naphthalene is subliming, and one by one we will see what are things are needed for it. For carrying out the sublimation process of naphthalene, these are the things which we require. A Bunsen burner, which you can see over here. Spatula for removing some amount of naphthalene. The conical flask, inverted funnel, some amount of cotton, a tripod stand and a wine glass. Over here it is, the wine glass. Now one by one we will first make all the arrangements. Okay? Some amount of naphthalene flakes will be first collected in this conical flask. That will be done with the help of the spatula. It becomes easy. Now, as in how we will complete the use of a particular substance, we will keep it aside. This is the inverted funnel. Above it, we'll put some amount of cotton to see that the gaseous substance doesn't leave this particular flask, so that it remains over here only. We'll put it over here so that it doesn't go out. This is the cotton sponge that will not allow any of the gaseous material to go out. Now, we will arrange this tripod stand, a wire goes over it, and will now burn it. Turn on the burner. You can regulate the proportion of flame by just moving this. You can see the flame getting changed. We will keep some moderate amount of flame. Okay. Now we'll put the wire gauze over it and on it the conical flask. Above it this inverted funnel. And you saw first this funnel as totally clean. Just observe the funnel how it is totally clean. Okay, and after some time let's wait and watch what is happening. You can see the fumes in this. I hope it is visible. The fumes inside the funnel. The fumes inside the funnel, I hope, are visible. We will wait till the whole of the naphthalene gets converted into the gaseous state. Now, the total amount of solid has got converted into gaseous state. We will now stop the flow of burner and will keep this tripod stand aside. We will allow it to get cool. You can even observe this funnel. And on this funnel, if you can observe the very small particles over here at the top are of naphthalene. I hope it is visible. We will now wait for this particular substance to get converted into its solid state. For some amount of time, we will wait. I hope you can see the particles over here which were not visible before. You can check the color. These particles are of naphthalene. So, this is how any solid substance gets converted into gaseous state. So now let's go on for the theoretical portion of this particular section.
I hope you observed how the solid gets converted into gaseous state. It is easy to observe it in an incense stick, but when you observe it practically like we did of naphthalene, it will be good enough for you because ultimately the visualization of anything has a greater impact. I know that you have already noted down this, but yes, the observation and conclusion left out. observation, now what did you observe? You observe when naphthalene flakes are burnt. You can see the gaseous state of naphthalene, the white fumes inside the conical flask. When we leave the flask for some time after heating, we can see the solid particles. It again gets converted into solid state. Okay, so what can we conclude from here? What do we learn? We learned that on heating, naphthalene sublimation occurs. Okay, please note down this content. So I hope you have understood this process of sublimation. That is all for today's content. Further we'll meet again with a new practical. That's all. Have a very good day. Bye bye.